Aloha and welcome back, superhero friends. Thank you so much for joining in for another one of our inspirational team meditations. My name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, Skull Babylon. Welcoming you back for those of you who may be here even for the first time, for those of you tuning in on Instagram, for those of you tuning in on Twitch, for those of you tuning in on YouTube, for those of you tuning in on Facebook. Congratulations! You have officially unlocked a new bonus level in which you get to be able to collect as many coins as possible within a short 1 hour duration to be able to level up. What is this, like Mario or something like that? Man, the Mario games taught us a lot about reality for those of us who have taken the time to really investigate that. But again, for the people who are here, we're just going to begin our practice just by beginning moving our body. We'll start off just with some gentle stretches, taking a moment here to do some gentle massages. So for those of you who may be here for the first time, you can go ahead and drop a 333 in the comments. Let us know. Again, what we're going to do here is we're going to work through a few different variations of meditation, and we're starting off just by moving our body, just by listening to our body, just by opening up our energy channels. So if you feel like you need a stretch, go ahead and stretch. Start connecting with your breath, deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in that sweet ass prana, baby. As Ralph Smart would say. So then from here, we're just going to move into a little bit of a massage. Again, just massaging wherever you feel that you need it. You can massage on your shoulders, you can massage on your back. And so as we're doing this, again, people are just getting situated within these few moments. So even if you want to be able to take a moment here, just be able to share this broadcast with some friends, by all means, please go ahead and do that. And what we're going to do, we're going to massage through our entire body. Then we're going to do some like emotional frequency tapping on our face, open up our meridians, activate our meridians. And then from there, we're going to go into a little bit, well, I guess you guys will decide if we want to do some more laughter yoga. I'll let you guys decide that. And then from there, we're going to go into just a very simple mindfulness practice today, but a nice one. It'll be a good chance to kind of flex our imagination. And then from there, we'll go into some movement meditation, some sound exercise, and then from there, we'll go into our chakra practice meditation. So you get like 10 meditations in one session, in one practice. So again, just massaging wherever you need it in this moment, just massaging, even just like your arms. You can give yourself a hug if you want it, massaging all the way to your hands. Really taking a moment here, if this is something that like maybe you haven't done before, do the LOL yoga. Yeah, that's what we should call it. The raffle yoga, raffle meditation. So that would actually be a good way of doing it. Like the actual like rolling on the floor. Just get some movement going. So for those of you who are just joining here for the first time, thank you so much for coming. Again, the intention behind this broadcast is to be able to help create a simple practice that can be both experienced by those who are beginners and those who are more advanced, and to be able to join in as a community, for us to be able to hang out as a community, for us to be able to receive the vibes of the community. I want us to kind of visualize us being almost like in like a community center or a dojo. So just kind of augment this visualization of the other people who are here with us, and we're showing up. And again, why are we here? We're here as an investment for ourselves. We're here to be able to help like anchor in these new energies. We're here in a very altruistic way. So as we're just getting ready here, again, for those of you who are just joining, we're just massaging our body. So we just take usually like the first like few minutes. This is just like stretching. This is like before the hockey practice when we all kind of like hang out on the ice and we're just like stretching and chatting for a bit. If you haven't done this before, I really encourage you to practice massaging your hands. Again, the reason why we focus on massaging the hands and massaging the feet is because the hands and the feet are great points for where like all of the meridians come into like one place. So when you massage the hands, you're essentially like massaging the entire body. It's like your hand is like a little version of you. So when you dig in and you kind of, again, help just kind of like release the tension of the fascia, again, it kind of like just like opens up the channels throughout the entire body. It helps release any sort of like stagnant energy. So just take a moment here to do that. Even just take a moment here if everyone wants to just like do a little hug. Just grab yourself around the arms, squeeze. Nice big exhale. Do one more of those. Big inhale. Squeeze. Big exhale. Release that. Believe me, by the end of this, you're going to get really good at hugging yourself. And then you're going to share those hugs with people. So again, just from here, massaging, even just the ribs, the torso, the hips, even getting into the lower back, you can kind of like use your knuckles, like kind of like create like a position like that, get into the lower back. If you have any sort of massage tools, you can use those too. These are little tiny massage tools. They're not on my shop yet, but if you are interested, let me know. These, like, I've made these for years. These are like next level, and again, like really good for digging in deep, and also good for like magic wand stuff. But again, just using anything that you got, be it your hands, be it some sort of massage tool, and just massaging your entire body. We're going to work our way all the way past our hips soon, down to our legs, all the way down to our feet, and then back up, and then we'll work on our face. So again, for those of you on Facebook, for those of you on YouTube, again, just massaging the lower half of your body if you haven't already started doing that, and just really, again, kind of digging in deep. Again, like the emotions that we carry physically get held in our body, and this is something that we're not like usually taught. So again, it's like this is an act of self-care. This is an act of self-love. This is an act of like self-maintenance. In the same way you like take your car to the shop and you clean it, or you clean your room and everything like that. This is like essentially the same thing. So working your way all the way down to the bottom of your feet, again, similar with the hands, really digging in deep as much as you're comfortably able to do so. And you may feel like you may do it and you may be like, oh, like that's tender. If you're doing that, again, that's probably because like you've probably not really like focused on that part of your body before. So that tenderness is also kind of an indication of like, oh, like I could gently just kind of like start loosening that part of my body up as well. So awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Blake. Blake shared this to a Facebook group. Blake, I am also live on Facebook at the same time, and my Facebook is facebook.com/skullbabylon. And that way, so if you want to share the live feed from my Facebook page into a Facebook group, that's always an option too. I really appreciate everybody joining in. And again, like I invite everybody here to share this broadcast with one friend. And I invite you to, again, kind of like do this regularly. Like here we are doing this as a community. Like what we're doing here, and I'm just switching feet. Again, we're just massaging the feet here. What we're doing here, like there's a lot of value in what it is that we're creating here, right? Like you guys are getting like a lot of value out of this. And again, like that's because of the support of the community. It allows us to be able to provide this entire class like for free for like anybody to be able to join in. And so with that, like the idea is like, yo, like let's get like 100 people tuned in. Let's get like 1,000 people tuned in. So we're building the momentum of what it is that we're doing here as a team. And again, this is essentially also a big thing about team building. People are joining in. They're creating habits. They're connecting with like-minded, like-hearted people. And this is just like one part of the team building that we're doing. Working your way, massaging your neck, gently massaging your neck. We're going to start massaging our face soon. For those of you who are able to, I highly encourage you and invite you, and I would love to see you tune in live tonight at 8 p.m. That's going to be another one of our special team broadcasts. So that's like way different. It's not just live on TikTok and YouTube, on Instagram in the same way. It's off my YouTube. You'll see like the format's way different, but we're going to be like focusing on bringing together this team of conscious creators that we've been building, specifically more so now, like a team of conscious creators who are creating on TikTok. So we're going to be like featuring like TikToks, like I'll be showing TikToks, highlighting them, and then we're going to have people on air talking about the conscious content that they're making and like what they've been learning, what their intentions are. And it's a really cool way for you to get a lot of inspiration and for you to just be like, oh sweet, you know, like how can I create like little ripples? Like maybe I feel called to create content too. So tune into that. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, and you can always catch the recording. Link for that is through my profile on all platforms. So awesome. Happy early birthday to Brianna in the chat in TikTok. Happy birthday, Brianna. So again, just massaging your face here. Even massage your earlobes right now. Again, it's so much easier to just kind of like, again, like it's easy to just kind of like chit chat when we're just kind of, or massage when we're just kind of chit chatting at the same time. Again, right now I just kind of picture us just like sitting on the ice in the hockey rink, like getting ready for practice. And we're all just kind of like hanging around like the end, like at the bottom of the ice, and just kind of like massaging and just stretching and just hanging out. And then like the next part's like, okay, let's start the plays. Like, let's start doing this, or like, let's get ready. For those of you who aren't entirely familiar, like I grew up playing hockey, and like I was team captain a lot. So like, again, like essentially like me being team captain is kind of like prepared me for like a lot of what I'm doing now, which again is kind of, again, just kind of like this mentor captain type role. But again, the captain's role is kind of like someone who can kind of like help create direction, essentially help create like a common game for us to play. That's the way I see it. I'm like, hey, who wants to play this game with me? And the game is like working on ourselves, connecting to our energy bodies, leveling up, connecting to our heart, opening up our mind, and then like showing up in service and awakening our consciousness. Do you guys want to play that game? Like, that's a really fun game if you ask me. So again, just massaging your face, massaging all the way to the top of your head. Go ahead, massage your head. Maybe you don't get into the habit of massaging your face and your head. And I hope by the time you start tuning into more of these broadcasts and you start doing this, I hope you start doing this more on your own. I hope like this starts giving you permission to just be like, oh, you know what? Like, I could really use a little bit of a head massage, or I could use a bit of a face massage. So again, this is teaching you, this is showing you that we have the skills. Like, here we are, and we're just like, oh no, like everything's closed. I have to wait until everything's open until I can go get a massage. You're like, nah, no, that's not true. You can massage yourself right here, right now. Treat yourself as if you were your own beloved. Treat yourself as if you were your own massage patient or something. All right, okay. From here, we're going to some EFT tapping. So we're tapping our face right now. Thank you, fellow captains. Tapping our face right now, again, for those of you who may be new to this is called emotional frequency tapping. Similar idea. This is about being able to help kind of like activate the meridians, activate, like open up these like energy channels, stimulate them. And as we're doing this, you can do it on your face, you can kind of do it on your chest, you can do it on your fingers like this. You can kind of do it anywhere essentially. But as we're doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to speak words of affirmation. And as we speak these words of affirmation, we're literally encoding this into like our being, encoding it into our energy field. And that's why, again, like when you tune into these broadcasts, you'll notice a difference throughout your day. Like, you're literally leveling up. You're gaining experience points. And I understand it's an investment of your time. You're turning time into like self-development. So good for you. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do here, follow my lead, but kind of like add your own variations to it. So speak things of affirmation to yourself. So you can say to yourself, like, I am learning. I am growing. I am calm. I am patient. I am creative. I am tapping into my inspiration. I am a part of a very powerful, funny community. I am unfolding within this bigger story. I am remembering what it means to be a multidimensional being. I am a psychedelic spiritual superhero. I am becoming more of who I am. Each and every single day, I am bringing more into my life that which I both desire and need. I am courageous. I am resilient. I am perseverant. I persevere. I'm flexible. That's a great one. Be like the bamboo. Be flexible. So just finish it off with a little bit of here. And again, you can just kind of like use your own affirmations here. Just breathe. I am relaxed. I am safe. I am loved. Beautiful. Cool. All right. Relax here. I'm going to show you one more thing. This is something that I don't normally teach during the class, but we'll do it now because there's always kind of like, again, it's kind of cool the way how we do this. There's always going to be new people joining in, so I want to be able to keep things in a way where it's, you know, someone who's joining in for the first time for meditation, like they can join in and still be a part of this. And at the same time, people who are like experts who have been doing meditation for a while, they can still tune into this and be like, okay, let's get, like, it's still useful to them as well. So what I'm going to show you, this is actually a really, really cool thing. This is basically, oh, what's the proper word for it? Crap. I forget the actual phrase that's for, oh man. Oh, what's the word? That's okay. I'll remember the word later and I'll tell it to you. Oh, yeah, okay. It's basically, the phrase for it is basically kind of like, it's called like a gate. It's called a gate. So what it is that we're going to do here is we are going to create some sort of physical movement for ourselves. And then we are going to associate that with calling in our power, with like shifting into a specific mindset. So what you're going to do is I want you to kind of like find like some sort of posture that will be almost like kind of like a move you would do when activating into like your superhero mode. And so for example, if I were to just kind of like make one up simply, it would be like, and if I were to like do that, if I were to do that again and just be like, okay, when I do this, that for me is basically like anchoring into that specific mindset and vibration of like my power, of my empowerment. So it's like turning on that mode. It's a gate. It's something that you kind of like enter in through. So what I want you to do right here is we can just kind of like practice this one together. Let's just kind of practice one together where I basically just kind of want you to kind of like put your arms above your head and then gently bring them down to heart center, and with an exhale. So you kind of go like inhale, exhale, arms, like breathe out as your arms pass your face. And then just kind of land it here in the center. Do that again. And as you do this, just kind of associate and just be like, I am calling in my power. You're going to do this 3 more times, and we're going to encode this so that when you do this later in the day, we're going to do it one more time. Your body will associate this as a symbol that you will associate with a story. And that story is one of your empowerment. That story is one of your activation. So if you feel like yourself kind of like moving through the day, maybe you're feeling like you got like a little bit of anxiety, something's kind of like building up in the background, you're not fully as focused as you would like to be, do this movement. But again, you can customize this in your own way. We'll do it 2 more times. Nice and slow, very Zen-like. So it's like, you can close your eyes if you want, and then just bring it in and just kind of like visualize this like energy, kind of like just like this beam of light kind of like radiating down on you. Do one more time, one more bonus time. Inhale all the way up. You are powerful. Activate. Good, and then release, relax. So again, so what that's doing, that's actually a very, very simple but very, very powerful technique, something that they never really taught us much about. But again, basically what we're doing there is that we are using a movement as a symbol. Symbols are so incredibly important because symbols associate, like, they activate programs within our mind. When you see something, it activates an idea. When you see like a symbol, it can kind of like activate a mood. It can activate like a program within you. So when you physically turn your body into like this symbol activation mode, again, what you're doing, I want you to do this later in the day where it's like at some point throughout the day, even if you're feeling fine, just kind of do that and let it just kind of bring you back to the spirit of this moment, to the spirit of the team, to the courage of the team, and to just kind of like reminding you of your power within your heart. So I'm just going to do it one more time. So it's like, I am powerful. Good. And so again, it begins to associate an idea and associates a feeling. You are programming your mind and your body. Like a lot of people, they do not take advantage of the idea that we can program our mind, that we can program our thoughts. Your body is like a computer, and you can input like code into it. You can input like ideas into it. And so again, when you do something like that, it creates a symbol and it brings it in. And again, you can, like, that's what I'm saying. We're just kind of scratching the surface there. I want you to even play around with kind of customizing it. Kind of find a way where it's like kind of like your own thing, where it's like maybe there's some sort of mudra, or maybe it's like ha ha, like again, you can get really playful with it, right? It's like, show me your superhero stance, yeah, like it's something like that, right? But it can be something for you, and something that maybe you can do just gently out in public. And then again, when you do that, the brain's like, oh, okay, right, this mode, activate into this mode. And so let that mode be a place of power, place of grace, a place of centeredness, a place of calmness. So again, take that idea, play with it, customize it in your own way. That's a bit of your homework for today. If that resonated with you, drop a 333 in the comments. I just want to be able to get your guys' feedback. And then if you guys want to do some LOL yoga, some LOL meditation, some laughter meditation, drop a 777 in the chat. Let me know if you want to do some laughter meditation, and then from there we'll move into a little bit of our mindfulness practice. We'll stand up, do a little bit of exercise, some like movement, some like martial arts qigong stuff. Awesome, seeing those 333s in the chat. So there you go. You guys are getting like, seriously, like the value that is being created here. Like I'm gonna tell you guys things that are worth like so much, like, and I'm not just talking monetary, but I'm just talking in the ways of like how you can integrate it. giving you tools, giving you ideas, giving you mindsets, giving you techniques, giving you practices. And again, like, that's why I'm doing this. Like, I've said this before, like, believe me, team, like, even if I was a millionaire, I would still be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, because why I'm doing this is because this is me answering the call of what is needed. And what is needed is, I feel called to help my teammates. I feel called to help my community. I feel called to help my friends in the ways that we can, so that we can continue to ripple this out further. Whatever motivation you build with you, carry this vibration with you. You will carry this vibration with you. Carry this shift. Carry this consciousness with you. Let it be present within your work. Let it be present within your relations. So you're like leveling up here. Like, this is, I really like to kind of like bring like as much value to this as we can. So let's make the most of this. All right. Looks like you guys want to do the laughter yoga meditation. So laughter yoga meditation, for those of you who have never done this before, what we are going to do is we are going to focus on an inhale and then do a simple exhale, and then from there we're going to do an inhale, and then from there we are just going to focus on the exhale. And I'm going to show you in a second exactly what that's going to sound like. So it's going to be like inhale, and then the exhale is going to go ha 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 ha, and then eventually what's going to happen there is that is going to turn into a laughter. That is going to basically turn into a ha 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 ho 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 ho. So it may feel like really silly, but the silliness of it is actually like a part of the practice in itself. This is actually something that like I was first inspired to do this by like Alan Watts. And there have been times where I've done this in like physical groups of people, and the entire room just like lights up with laughter. It's hilarious. It's awesome. So we're going to do the exact same thing here, online, virtually, digitally, within this sacred space. So join us here in this sacred space and allow yourself to still feel the energy and the vibration of what we're sharing through this broadcast. Again, like non-locally, we are still in this love, in this vibration together. So straighten up your spine. And again, this is about being able to like tap into the power of your heart, being able to like activate the heart generator. And this is going to kind of lead into the next parts of our meditation. And again, we do this on the regular, but yeah, like we should be doing this every day. This is like right up there with like drinking water and brushing our teeth and getting sunshine, like cultivating laughter and joy and smiles. Follow my lead, especially if you're the first time here doing this. Just kind of like allow yourself, give yourself permission to even just like smile, laugh, join in, let yourself be surprised by what this experience is to you. You guys are doing great. I love it. All right. Okay. Deep inhale, exhale on your own. Nice and relaxed. Inhale through your mouth. Nice soft exhale. Deep inhale together. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Let it build. Ha, 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 I want you to think of hamsters wearing hats. They're so cute. Hold that 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now relax. Feel what your face feels like. If you did that, your face is probably like, oh, I got like a workout in my face. So if that worked for you, drop a 333 in the chat. We're going to do that one more time. So again, you guys are getting good at that. Like, you guys are just like, what? Like, I didn't even know this was a thing. So the sun from Teletubbies has nothing on Brendan. Well said. That's right. Like the sun in Teletubbies. Oh my god, that's a throwback. So all right, okay. Let's get into this again. We are going to do another round of our laughter practice meditation. So for those of you who are joining us, please feel free to just, even like if you're joining us right in this moment, please feel free to just jump in. For those of you who are new to this, again, I really appreciate everybody just being here for allowing you to experience this. This is a gift for yourself as well. So, all right. Okay, let's do this. All right. Okay. All right. Follow my lead. Straighten up your spine. Deep inhale. Nice big exhale. Deep inhale again. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 Okay, 10 seconds. Ramp it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, relax. And then from here, kind of go like right into like kind of like meditative state. Close your eyes, relax. And now that we've kind of like literally just kind of like activated this energy, I want you to just kind of like feel. You probably feel right now like you feel like almost like an electricity, like a tingling, like kind of like a glow. You feel like this kind of like this like just like this pulsation through your body. Just observe that just for a few moments. Good. All right, go ahead. You can gently just open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. We'll just take a quick break, get a little bit of water, and then we're going to move into our little mindfulness practice, and then we'll go into the next parts of our practice. So, again, if you laughed for that, go ahead, drop a 333 in the comments. But yeah, like again, I just saw a comment in the TikTok. Laughter is the best way to honor your true source. Tutsiri, great, very well said. And again, you know, like I think it's really cool the idea that like you see, you know, like the images of the Buddha, and the Buddha's like always kind of laughing and everything like that. So it's like, you know, like even just the idea, like I saw someone in the comment and they were just like talking trash and stuff like that. They're like, don't fake laugh, and I'm like, I don't think this is a fake laugh. Like this isn't like we're allowed to do this. Like this is kind of like it's just like a thing that people don't realize is that like you don't need a joke in order for you to be able to like have permission to laugh. You can literally just start laughing purely through breath, purely through just the joy of being, which I think is really, really cool, right? Because like here we are, it's like, I really need to laugh. Like someone, give me a laugh. Say something funny. Do it. Say something funny. Make me laugh right now. Fall in that puddle. Do it. Like as if like someone's like, I need a laugh. Meanwhile, it's like, oh, what? We can like cultivate that within ourselves and we don't even need a joke. So it's like, yeah. So I mean, like, again, like, maybe it's a fake laugh, but again, not really, because it turns into a real laugh. So again, it's just something that I'm super grateful to be able to share with you. All right, again, so that's the goal, right? So the more that we do this, the more people that tune in, and when you guys continue to invite, for everybody here, I want you to invite like one person to these broadcasts, you know, like one person. And when you're here, you're not just like doing this for you, like you're adding your energy. So thank you for adding your energy to what it is that we're doing here. I will remind you, Fridays is like our very special version of the meditation, when we do like a lot of like intentional meditation where we show up at the life tree as guardians and we send that energy out into the grid. So try and be here for Fridays, because like Fridays, like we want to have as many people kind of like tuned in, adding their energy, adding their vibration, anchoring in this like powerful intention. Very powerful. So again, tune in for Fridays if you can. And then like Mondays to Thursdays is like getting us ready for Fridays. Oh, and also for Fridays, like wear a special costume if you want. Like wear something that's like a reflection of your inner superhero. Dress like a wizard. Whatever it is that you want to do, wear that Friday. Like you're going to have fun with this, believe me. All right, okay. Good job. I'm glad everyone got like a little like ab workout there. So again, what happens if we were to literally just like, as I keep going like viral and stuff like that, like, dude, I have this vision of like 500 people tuned in live and 500 people starting their day with mindfulness and laughter and smiles and inspiration and tapping into this light guardian archetype. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds like something worth doing. So again, one step at a time. Thank you for being a part of the story. So, all right. All right. So from here, we're going to shift it up a bit. We're going to practice going into this idea of just like allowing our body to relax as much as possible. So now that we've kind of like cultivated this high vibe energy, we are going to bring ourselves into this place of stillness, and we're going to practice like basically sending the signal to our body to relax our nervous system. And at the same time, we're going to practice flexing our imagination as well. What we're going to do here is we are going to connect with our breath, and then basically we are going to visualize ourselves like sitting somewhere where there's just like soft rain. And that's literally going to be it. Like, this is not going to be a super complicated one, but we've kind of done these versions before where we're just going to kind of like enter a place of Zen, and then we're just kind of like create this connection within our mind. And that's going to be part of the experience. And then also part of the experience, which is a part of like the other practices that we've done earlier in the week, is to observe as thoughts arise, and then to be able to simply bring it back to the peace in the present moment. Bring it back to the sound of the rain. Bring it back to your breath. So this is going to be a practice for you to practice relaxing your body, which you can do. Practice connecting with the visualization, the environment, the rain, and then to practice observing as thoughts will kind of try to kind of like, they'll come and go, and there'll be distracting thoughts. There'll be thoughts about pizza. It'll just be nothing but pizza. You're just going to think purely about pizza. That's what happens for me. When I meditate, the only thing that I think about is just pizza. Now I can't not think about pizza. So again, observe your thoughts and just kind of observe that they will pass. And when you notice your thoughts wandering, bring it back to center. Bring it back to the breath. You can even bring it back to the awareness of like the air leaving and coming out of your nostril. So those are simple tips. So let's do this. And again, reminder, this is just practice. So you're just practicing this, and this is practicing being in this Zen space, relaxing the body, and practicing cultivating focus. Focus is magic. Where you focus, your energy goes. So what we're doing here is we're practicing focus, and then in other parts of our life, we'll get better at focusing, and then that's where we get better at like really being able to like manifest and things like that. It's hard to manifest when you're trying to do like, 20 things at once. If you do one thing at once, follow one course until successful. Focus. Focus. So let's do this. Let's go on a little bit of a vacation. So maybe you haven't had a chance to kind of like go out as much. So we're going to go on a little inner journey. Yay! Using this advanced form of spiritual holographic technology that's inside of us. That's what we're doing here. There's like advanced virtual reality inside of us, but we just forgot how to use it. Now we're learning. So, all right. So for everybody here, roll your shoulders, just loosen up your body. We're just going to be in this part of the meditation just for less than 10 minutes. So when you're ready, gently close your eyes. And simply by listening to my breath, you'll just begin allowing your body to relax as you focus on gentle inhales and gentle exhales. Even taking a moment to even just hold at the top and the bottom of the inhale and the exhale, even for just 1 second. So inhale either through the nose or the mouth. Soft exhale. Gentle inhales. And continue to be with your breath as you create this rhythm. With each exhale, your body just becoming more relaxed. Sending the signal right now to your nervous system to give your nervous system permission to relax. Noticing within your breath the moment that the inhale meets the exhale, when the exhale meets the inhale. It's like the interface of the yin and the yang. When the exhale meets the inhale, that's like kind of like the line between the black and the white of the yin yang. So just kind of observe that. Maybe you have never really observed that before. It's a very sacred space within our breath, that interface of where the inhale meets the exhale. And so simply by being aware of this rhythm, you're just allowing yourself to be in the serenity of this moment. You're giving yourself this gift of being in this peace, allowing your body to simply be as it is and to be present with it. Breathing here, we're gently just going to calibrate our body by visualizing a white light moving through it. And this white light starts at the center of our chest. And so as you continue to breathe here, straighten your spine, visualize this white light, this flame, this beautiful sacred flame from the center of your chest. slowly moving through your body in all directions, and wherever it reaches, wherever you focus, gently allowing that part of your body to relax. Feeling this light move throughout your shoulders, down your arms, all the way to your fingers. Feeling this energy move down your torso to your hips, past your thighs, your knees, all the way down to your feet. This energy moving up your spine, through your chest, all the way up to your face, around the top of the head. And just breathing here as you've scanned your body, you calibrate your body. Your body is just now more capable of being comfortable in this place of stillness, of relaxation. Beautiful. You're doing wonderful. Continuing to breathe here, I want you to imagine yourself standing inside of almost like a little gazebo or a little tent somewhere in like the edge of a forest. And right now, wherever you are, I want you to imagine that you can hear the sound of rain. And so right now, you're kind of like underneath the covering of this little gazebo or a canopy. It could be somewhere maybe you're familiar with. Kind of imagining that it's like maybe you're in a park or maybe you're like out camping in the woods. And even in this moment, bring as much detail to the senses as you slowly walk your way to the edge of the covering. And you can even smell the rain in the air, and you can hear it. You can hear it dripping off all the leaves. You can hear it hitting off the tree branches. This beautiful, ripe foliage around you. And so just imagine in your mind a scene that is just like so peaceful, so relaxing. Enter into this space. Create this world with your mind. And so, as you walk to the edge of this covering, with the rain pouring, maybe not too hard, slowly prepare to reach your hand out to touch and feel the rain, but really take your time. So kind of focus, slowly move your hand out from the covering and pay attention to the exact moment when you begin to feel the rain, and imagine it with as much detail as possible. Again, in this moment, this is a part of your practice. Imagine your senses with as much detail as possible. So as you reach your hand out, you feel the rain. And so visualize in your mind's eye, again, your arms reaching out, basically creating like this astral body that still has sensation to it. And you feel the water moving around your hands, and you even kind of like put both hands out. You kind of move your hands around. You can feel the texture of the water. And when you're ready, even if you wish, gently walking out completely, out from the canopy, and now standing entirely in the rain. And feel this rain on your face, on your skin, on your head. And observe with as much detail all the senses in your body. The feeling, even the smell, the sounds, even the taste of the air, the taste of the rain on your lips. Looking around and seeing this beautiful place. And even seeing like little animals. Maybe you see some like chipmunks running across the forest floor. You hear the birds up in the trees. And you just feel in this moment this deep connection with the nature. And you feel it as you. And so let this moment be nurturing for your soul in the same way it would as if you were physically there. Allow this to just be an opportunity to kind of like take an energetic shower. Give permission for any sort of like old energy that you don't really need anymore to kind of clear itself off of your body. And so as you do this, imagine that this rain is basically like helping kind of cleanse your energy field, your aura, however you want to explain it. And just taking a moment here to even just imagine yourself either walking around the forest, even touching the trees, feeling the wet texture of a tree bark. Can you imagine that? I'm sure you can. Like, run that simulation in your mind. The very specific texture of a wet tree. You know exactly what that feels like. And now wrap your arms around that tree if you wish. Give it a nice big hug and bring our awareness to our breath here. Deep inhales. Nice soft exhales. Feeling the strength of the tree in your arms. Feeling its breath move with your breath. Inhale again. Nice soft exhales. Now from here, for the next part of your meditation, what you're going to do is you're going to find a place to just kind of imagine yourself sitting in stillness. So either sit down with your back to the tree, or even just sit right in the middle of the forest floor, feeling the dirt underneath you, even putting your hands in the dirt, kind of like getting some mud on them. And then sit here under the rain and allow yourself to just be present in this moment. And so for the next little bit, I'm going to stop talking, and you're going to use this part of your meditation to allow yourself to kind of steer your mind how you wish. If you wish to simply keep it in a place of focus, that's fine. If you wish to kind of let it wander into a creative space, even just kind of be open to any sort of messages of inspiration that might come to you, excuse me, that's fine as well. If you want to practice observing thoughts arising and then gently bringing your focus back to your breath, you can do that as well. Whatever you do, allow this to just simply be a practice for you, a practice for you to relax, a practice for you to just be in this space, to receive this medicine, to receive this energy, to create this little vacation for yourself. So feeling the rain, hearing it, connecting with it, being it. I'm going to stop talking, and for the next few moments, continue this practice and just allow yourself to be in this place of peace and notice how delicious it is. I want you to kind of fall in love with what this space feels like, and you'll associate it with that feeling to help it make it easier for you to return. So continue breathing here. Allow this to be your own practice. You are safe. You are loved. Continue breathing. Allow this to be what you need it to be for you. Go ahead. As you're in this space, we'll continue here for a few more moments. I want you to imagine a little chipmunk, the cutest little chipmunk, kind of like slowly walking up to you in a curious way. And I want you to begin just interacting with this little chipmunk. Maybe it even just kind of like crawls onto your lap, and maybe you're just like gently petting it, and allow this chipmunk to feel so comfortable with your peace that it just naturally just kind of allows itself to join you in this place of peace. And its peace helps you anchor into your peace. You co-regulate together with this cute little chipmunk. And as you are here in this space, gently just kind of like connecting with this cute little chipmunk, I want you to conclude this next part of your meditation by allowing the rain to speak to you. In these next few moments of the practice, be open to the idea that the rain has something to say to you. It has something to communicate, a message, something of inspiration, a reminder of some sort of ancient wisdom. Listen. What does the rain say to you? Continue here and allow yourself to be open to that. And we'll continue this for the next few moments before we conclude this part of our meditation. Go ahead. Take a few more moments here, concluding this part of the meditation. Say thank you to your little chipmunk friend. You can very easily imagine like the texture of its fur. And you gently kind of like let it off your lap, kind of runs away, looks back at you, gives you a cute little face, and then runs off into the woods. Then from here, we'll just slowly bring our awareness back to our physical body. But again, I want you to kind of remember what this space feels like. Create like a little save point for yourself right now. Put your hands to your chest and just like save this moment within your heart, within your memory, so that you can return back to this level at any point. Say thank you to yourself, thank you to the forest, thank you to the rain, thank you to these worlds within you. Allowing yourself to remember this feeling, carry this feeling with you. This feeling of peace, serenity, connection. Slowly from here, we're going to bring awareness back to our physical body. As you breathe here, slowly bringing awareness to your body as you wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Take your time. Welcome back. Good job, team. Awesome. So go ahead, just kind of take your time here. I want to be able to invite people to share. What did the rain say to you? Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat. What did the rain say to you? What lesson, what message did the rain have for you? You don't usually talk to the rain, right? That sounds so silly. So silly. We're so silly connecting with the elements. So silly. So go ahead, leave a comment if you wish about what the what the rain said to you. And then we're gonna stand up. And we'll go into a little bit of movement. Again, we're kind of short on the practice today, time wise, but we'll go into a chakra practice as much time as we can. For those of you tuned in on anything but Instagram, so Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, after we're done the meditation practice at the top of the hour, I'll stick around for probably about 10 more minutes, just hanging out with you guys, you people, you humans, you beautiful humans, just adding like an opportunity for you to ask any questions, leave any comments of gratitude, and then we'll wrap it up officially there. So, messages from the rain. TTOCSS says, go out when things seem gray. Well said. Beautiful message. The rain told me not to judge myself and to accept the peace that is within me, says Blake. Blake, beautifully said. Karina, thank you as well for your thank yous. I'm going to read some of the comments here on the Instagram. Lily, Lily, one of our Patreon supporters says, I love you. I'm proud of you. You were where you need to be. Come with me to see this. Beautiful, beautiful. Cosmic Sea Turtle says, I have a heart. My heart belongs to me. Hazy Cosmic Jive. You are magic. You are the change. Beautiful. Well said. Mr. Nolan, one of our Patreon supporters. Water washes stuff away and levels things out. Beautiful. Lily says she meditated. Beautiful. Awesome. For me, the simple message that I got from the water, I very much connect with water, being a Cancerian. The message that I got was this very simple message of like, you are the water. We are the water. We are the water for a thirsty world. And I think that's like a very powerful phrase in itself, something I've held from before this. I'll say it again. I'm talking to you right now. You are the water for a thirsty world. You are water for this thirsty world. Who you are, your authentic being, your love, your mindfulness, your creativity, it is water for a thirsty world. So that's where, again, like this shift in consciousness that is happening, like what we are doing is cultivating what is needed. The world, like people who are kind of like opening up into more of our spirituality and kind of practicing mindfulness are so incredibly valuable right now, because there's going to be more and more people who are going to want to be able to kind of tap into that too. Who are going to be like, oh, I'd love to be able to like, learn more about meditation. So there is a great awakening that is happening right now. More people are waking up right now than at any point in the last like 20 years. Easily, because people have enough time to be able to focus on themselves, to tune into broadcasts like this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, right? So we are water for a thirsty world. All right, okay, let's stand up real quick. I want to just do a quick little like energy, and then we'll move into our chakra. Again, I apologize, the chakra practice won't get too much focus today, but if you're here, I highly invite you to tune in again for Friday. Friday's when we do like our big like team chakra practice meditation with a lot of intention, and we send that energy out into the grid. So we're basically like doing healing energy for the entire collective. Excuse me. All right, stand up, shake it out. We're going to do like a short micro version of this. So for everybody here, I want you to just kind of like shake it out. So we move from stillness into movement. Going to do some deep inhales, and on the exhale, I want you to go, and I want you to shake it out. So inhale. Kind of imagine you're like shaking, like kind of like, imagine you're shaking the rain off like a wet dog. So inhale. Big exhale. Two more times. Inhale. Release any stagnant energy. One more time. Have some fun with it. Inhale. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Just add a little movement here. Dance like water. We only have a minute here to do this, so encouraging you to kind of like practice this on your own time. And then from here, we're going to move right into Dragon's Roar. We'll get into some Dragon's Roar, and then we'll sit back down for a chakra practice meditation. Again, do more of this on your own time, because we're just a little bit short on time today because we spent so much time hanging out with that chipmunk. What I want you to do is kind of get into Warrior One stance, as if you're going to kick a soccer ball. Follow my lead. Deep inhale. On the exhale, you're going to roar. You're going to go, roar! And as you do this, release any stagnant energy. Like honor any like frustration, anger, fear. Clear it. Imagine this like gray smoke just kind of moving out of your body, clearing room for like fresh energy. Inhale, follow my lead. Dragon's Roar. Two more times. Inhale. One more time. Release. Bring yourself back to standing. Just take a breath here. Observe just kind of like the activation of the energy in your body. Gentle breath. Beautiful. Relax. Awesome. Bring yourself back down to seated. Again, we're just kind of going a little bit quicker than normal here because I'm still figuring out this whole time thing. Again, for those of you on every platform but Instagram, stick around because we'll do a little bit of like hanging out and Q&A afterwards. So don't jump off right away. But again, we're going to kind of wrap this up in the next minute, and we're going to finish it off with our chakra practice. So follow my lead if this is the first time you've been here. Moving through each chakra, again, this is like a molecular massage for your energetic body. Each chakra has a correlating frequency, a correlating mantra, a correlating virtue. When we focus on this, spins the energy disc, it helps balance them. Even if you're not entirely familiar with this, just allow this to be an experience. Allow you to kind of like become aware of the sensations in your body, and allow yourself to just kind of like appreciate and enjoy just kind of like the vibrations that we're creating here together. Follow my lead. Deep inhale, the sound E, serenity. Inhale. E. Straighten your spine. Inhale, the sound A. A. Good. Inhale, the sound O. Compassion, heart chakra. O. Inhale, the sound awe, gratitude for our ancestors. Awe. Inhale, the sound U, temperance, willpower. Inhale, sacral chakra, the sound M, cultivation of sexual energy. Inhale, root chakra, patience, the sound S. We're going to run through it one more time, a little bit quicker, just because we have to wrap this up. Inhale, the sound E. E. Inhale, the sound A. A. Inhale, the sound O. O. Inhale, the sound awe. Awe. Inhale, the sound U. U. Inhale, the sound M. Inhale, the sound S. If you haven't already, close your eyes. Just put your hands even just on your heart. Conclude this practice, conclude this meditation. Allow yourself to just visualize these like rainbow energies kind of moving through your body. Simply by doing this practice, you will notice throughout your day more inspiration, more grace, more synchronicity, more focus, more gratitude. So just take a moment here to just thank yourself. Thank yourself for investing in yourself. Thank yourself for tuning your instrument. You have tuned your instrument. May you move through the rest of your day making beautiful music. Allow yourself to just be really present, really mindful, really inspired, and excited to tune in again for this as a team. So just thank yourself, thank the team, and just conclude this practice here in your own way. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, so much for tuning in. For everybody but Instagram, you guys can stick around for a bit. The broadcast isn't entirely over. I'll do some quick Q&A afterwards. Again, if you enjoy these broadcasts, you're tuned in. If you are in a position to be able to support financially, please consider checking out my Patreon. The links for that are in my profile or on TikTok, and then the information for the YouTube and the Facebook. You can find the link to my Patreon there. Again, that's a monthly micro contribution. When you join on there, it's an awesome way to be able to also get support for yourself as well. You can join as a leading member within our community. Reminder, we do have our team broadcast tonight for our Paradigm Shift Synergy Circle, bringing on other conscious creators of TikTok. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Standard Time. Make sure you're connected to my YouTube. And again, just thanking you so much. And carry this vibration with you. Carry this energy with you. Carry this love with you. So to everybody here, the light guardian within me, I'll say that very freshly. The light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. So thank you for being all that you are and for doing all that you do. Finish it off with a wolf howl. I'll see you back here again Friday. Invite one more friend. And as always, keep it shifty. And I'll see you in the future. All right. Okay. So just conclude the broadcast on Instagram for those of you who are tuned in on all the other platforms. For those of you who are tuned in on TikTok and on Facebook, even if you guys just kind of like want to stand up, just kind of like, you can do whatever you want right now. If you kind of like want to multitask, if you got other things you want to do, even if you just kind of like want to like keep stretching and everything like that. Again, we're just going to hang out here just for a couple more moments. So if you guys just want to express some gratitude in the comments, or if you do have any quick questions, I know we kind of go through things quick related to like the chakra stuff. We do usually go more in depth with the chakra stuff on other broadcasts. For the ones on Friday is when we really focus on that. So again, I do have the chat for the YouTube in front of me. Facebook, I can't see your comments at the moment, but I'll always check your comments afterwards. Blake is asking, when you do the chakra sounds, what do you think about? Do you focus on the chakra meaning? That's a great question, Blake. So again, we usually explain this a little bit more. Today, obviously, was just like a quick version. One of the things that you can do with the chakra practice, there's kind of a few things that you can focus on. You can literally focus on like the sensation of like the vibration. So for example, if you were to do A right now, if you were to focus on that, you would literally feel a vibration in your throat. Like it's literally there. And these vibrations, again, like these are, you'll notice them. Like when you do each one, you'll feel the vibration in the correlating space because there's like a science to it. And as you do this more, you're going to become more aware of it. That's one thing that you can focus on. The main thing that you want to be able to focus on is the idea of focusing on what is called the virtues. So the virtues is, again, kind of like the cultivation of like a habit, a way of life. So for example, the virtue of the brow is serenity. So when you're focusing on serenity, it's focusing on this idea of kind of like peace, oneness, connection for all beings. That's kind of what the brow chakra is about. It's kind of like seeing the interconnectedness, that which cannot be seen purely with the eyes, but is seen with like the third eye, because we're in like this ocean of energy all the time. We're in this interconnected energy all the time. And then again, for like the heart chakra would be focusing on compassion. So it would be focusing on love, focusing on gratitude. And again, whenever we do this is about being able to kind of like balance the heart chakras, not just totally about like opening them completely. It's all about balancing the chakras. So for a quick example, a closed heart chakra, we see this within our behavior. So this is actually, by becoming more aware of the chakras, we actually begin to become more aware of how they show up within our behaviors, how they show up with kind of like in our way of everyday life. So for example, a closed heart chakra would be someone who has trouble expressing themselves, has trouble trusting people, has trouble kind of like, you know, like sharing their love. And then a heart chakra that's super open might be someone who's like always helping out people, always doing favors, always saying yes to everything. But at the same time, maybe they're not setting clear boundaries, and maybe they're not really like making enough time to take care of themselves. So I'm sure we've all either met friends who have been like this, or have experienced this ourselves, where it's like, you know, we kind of like, we're just like, oh, I'm just going to help everyone because that's who I am. And I'm like, and you're coming from a genuine place. But then eventually it gets to the point where you're just like, oh shit, like I forgot to take care of myself. So, or like someone like took advantage of my kindness sort of thing. That can happen, right? So like the idea is having the balanced heart chakra. The balanced heart chakra will be able to be like someone who can help other people, but then at the same time be able to be like, sorry, like here's my boundaries. I'm unavailable right now. Let's talk another time. And like, this is me, like, you know, kind of like doing what I need to make sure that I'm filling my own cup so I can take care of others as well. Throat chakra is another one that we can become very clear. It can become very obvious on what like the behavior is like with an open and closed and a balanced throat chakra. Closed throat chakra would be someone who has trouble communicating, someone who has trouble speaking their truth. And again, this can be, again, kind of like based on ways that we've been brought up. If people kind of say like, oh, you know, like shut up, you're stupid and stuff like that, that will affect the throat chakra. It affects kind of like, because all the chakras kind of overlap. They all kind of overlap. But again, when you work with the chakras, you begin to understand more the intricacies of like how the dynamics of our emotions and our actions and our behavior relate to the different energy centers, so then we can know where to focus on them. So again, a closed heart, closed throat chakra, it's like, it's hard where it's literally hard to communicate. And the throat chakra is such a powerful chakra because again, it's like literally like the throat chakra is like shaped like a Vesica Pisces, like the throat chakra, the larynx or whatever. It's like literally like a vagina. Like it kind of like goes like this when you talk. So it's like literally like this like creation energy machine. It sends out a shockwave of creation. So our words create worlds. That's why the throat chakra is so important. And so again, an overly open throat chakra would be something where, it's like someone who just talks so much, but maybe they don't listen, and maybe they say too much. Maybe they say things when they don't need to. So example, an overly open throat chakra would be someone who like gives unsolicited advice, where if you're going through something and someone's like, oh, here, let me tell you how to do it because, and you're just like, dude, like I slow down, like, right. Like, so I'm sure we've all experienced that where again, the balanced throat chakra, which correlates with all the other chakras because it's kind of the behaviors overlap, is again someone who is able to communicate with intention, but then also able to kind of know when not to talk. As in, like if there's something you want to say, this is something that took me a while to learn. Sometimes we'll get an idea in our head where we're like being in a conversation with someone and we'll be like, oh, like I'm going to say this right now. What we want to get into the habit of doing is kind of double checking with ourselves, not just jumping in right away and just being like, do I need to say this right now? Can this wait? Can I say this tomorrow? Can I say this when it's more relevant? Can I listen to my heart and know when the right time is to say it? Because otherwise, if we just kind of like jump in on it, like that person might be like, oh, and then it might kind of backfire and stuff like that. So just be aware that, again, like that's kind of, again, part of like how the throat chakra is open. For those of you, if this is making sense, if this is helping you understand like kind of like the simplicity of how to be able to relate to the chakras and the practicality of them, drop a 777 in the comments. I'm gonna, again, I know there's a few comments here. That's the thing, like when we have more people coming in, there's more comments, so it's hard for me to kind of like keep track. That's why I actually enjoy having a small group, so I can like individually make sure I'm like replying to all the comments. Do you think breath peaks high and low frequencies or in between? TTO CSS. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that question. If you can ask it a different way, please feel free. Where are the specific points for the hands with the chakras? That was my first meditation with you, and even thought it was short. It was awesome. Thank you, Witchery. I'm glad you were able to join in for that. So hand placements for the chakra, as far as I've been taught, like there isn't like specific hand placements that are needed. There can be different hand placements that you can work with. Like again, like if you're working with the heart, you could literally put your hands on the heart. Again, like I just kind of like point to them when we're doing them. It's really up to you. Like even if you want to like put your finger like on your third eye when working with your third eye, just kind of like focus your energy there. That's up to you. Within the teachings that I'm following, which again is, and not say like this is my religion, like no, this is like an ancient science, and I work with like a lot of different ideas, but this is all the stuff that I'm teaching you about the chakras is stuff from the Gnostic teachings, and the Gnostic teachings basically like finds the common threads from a variety of different spiritual teachings throughout the years, and it really like simplifies it, crystallizes it. So again, like the chakra practice, this isn't just like, oh, this is a belief. Like, no, this is a science. Like, this is actually a science to it. And that's why what you can experience is direct experience. Like, that's what you want. You want direct experience. So working with the chakras, becoming aware of them is a great way to, again, awaken your consciousness by making the unconscious conscious, by becoming aware of these habits, and by kind of observing, be like, oh yeah, you know what? Like, actually, my throat chakra maybe is like a little bit too open, right? Like, so it's like, how do we balance that? And again, it correlates with the other chakras, because the other chakras, again, they're all about kind of like awareness, mindfulness, compassion, timing, temperance, willpower. So again, the other chakras, heart chakra, again, all about compassion. Temperance is a very, very important chakra. Temperance is, again, about being able to kind of like, have moderation. That's basically like another word for temperance. And so with temperance, again, if you have low temperance, if your sacral chakra is kind of like closed, let me just think, what's a proper way to be able to explain this? Yeah, so if you're just trying to think of what the proper way to kind of like measure this scale is. If your sacral chakra is kind of closed, then basically, you would probably like have like a hard time kind of like making decisions. Like you would have a hard time being able to confidently kind of like feel in your power, because the sacral chakra has a lot to do with your power center in making decisions. And then it would probably be hard for you to kind of like do anything. An overly opened sacral chakra would mean basically you would be saying yes to too much. And you would just be like, oh, I want that cake, I'm going to eat that cake. Oh, I want to watch pornography, I'm going to watch pornography. I want to distract myself, I'm going to distract myself. And so when it's overly open, you're like just indulged in fascination. So the balanced sacral chakra is about temperance. It's about being able to observe when it's just like, yo, I'd really like to eat all of these cookies, but I'm just going to eat one, or maybe I'm going to save it for later. So like working with food, working with pornography, working with our willpower is great ways to be able to work with the sacral chakra. The solar chakra. Sacral chakra is all about the cultivation of the sexual energy. So again, the sexual energy, for those of you who haven't been maybe informed of this, like that energy that we cultivate when we don't spill our cup, when we don't ejaculate, and even for females, they carry this in their ovaries, men carry it in their testes. It's a very, very sacred, powerful energy. And this energy literally moves up through the spines. There's these energy channels throughout our body, and they move into the rest of our organs, and they literally strengthen the rest of our vital body, our energetic body, and they strengthen our will. So if you're like trying to like make things, make art, create momentum, create consistency, develop patterns, develop habits, cultivating that energy will make it easier. It will just help you feel like really on point. You'll feel kind of like that activated superpower. When you're constantly spilling your cup, you're going to be in this place where basically you're just like draining your life force, and it's going to be harder for you to kind of like get things done. You know, like for me, since I practice this regularly, like I'm like go, 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 like all day. And not to say I don't take breaks, but I constantly have this like reserve of very potent energy, and I can constantly just kind of like be in this creative state. And again, this is something that just naturally will occur just purely through the cultivation. And then what you can do is you can kind of bring that awareness to that place of energy, and then kind of practice breathing and moving the energy through your body. But it will literally just kind of happen on its own. But again, like that's something a little bit more advanced. And then the root chakra is all about connection to the earth and about patience. So it's literally about being able to cultivate patience, cultivate trust, and in that trust to be able to like feel and find security as well. So again, like the overly closed root chakra would be something where it's like you have trouble kind of going anywhere. You're like have trouble kind of like you don't feel secure, you know. And then like the overly opened root chakra would be something where it's just kind of like you're being reckless. You're just kind of like going out there, and you're just kind of putting yourself in unnecessary circumstances that may cause you to kind of have to backstep and things like that. And then so the balanced root chakra would be one where it's like finding that security, but finding that confidence and finding that trust. And then again, it kind of anchors in with the others, where it allows you to just feel this place of like confidence and being able to make like smart and wise decision making process. So again, all the chakras kind of work together. Like your root chakra will affect your heart, will work with your throat chakra. If you're feeling good in your root chakra, that will make it easier for you to activate your throat chakra. So again, that's why the activation of the chakras are not even like the activation, they're already activated, right? It's more just kind of the awareness of them and the balancing of them and the intention and the relationship. It's the relationship that's the most important. It starts from the root, and then you kind of work your way up. So you move, like you build the foundation, you build from the roots, you kind of like build that security. And that can literally just be as simple as like cleaning your room, your physical environment, the space around you, your physical connection to this earth. And then the sacral chakra, cultivating that sexual energy, moving that energy throughout the rest of your body. That's going to make it easier to kind of move into the other channels. And then again, and then you kind of like move into the sacral and the heart. And then eventually you get to the heart, and it's like the heart kind of amplifies. It amplifies this like magnetic signal. And it basically like from there, like there's a science to this where it's like actually like a hertz. And then from there, the heart actually kind of like amplifies this, and then it makes it easier to kind of begin like activating and bringing awareness to the other chakras as well. And that's where, again, like as you're in your heart and you're in your root and you're in your sacral, it's going to be easier for you to be able to access your throat. If you haven't worked on the other ones, it's going to be harder for you to kind of, it's hard for you to kind of like activate your throat if you don't feel confident, if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel secure, if you don't feel love type thing. So each one, again, it's kind of like, it's like a building block. It's like literally like a level system where you kind of like move up through it. So that's where, again, you know, I've talked about this in one of my other videos. if a lot of you are kind of new to spirituality, you're probably hearing things like, oh, like open your third eye. Like this is how you open your third eye. Like opening your third eye is a part of the process, but it's not something that you really need to kind of focus on jumping into. You can work on kind of like all the chakras in a lot of ways, and even just like, like things like meditation, connecting with nature, things like that are great for just being able to like bring more awareness to our interconnectedness. But again, to like really get into like the substance of the third eye, it's something that is gradually kind of like built up to. And then eventually you notice, for those of you who are paying attention, that the crown chakra wasn't even mentioned during the meditation. Within this practice, that's because the crown chakra is actually something that is a culminating chakra, meaning it is only worked with by working with the others. So when you work on this, the crown chakra is actually worked on like in another dimension. So the crown chakra is like that connection to like full on source, like full on like higher consciousness. And again, the brow chakra is kind of like just like inspiration, seeing our interconnectedness, like flexing your imagination, things like that. Let me know if that makes sense for you, because again, I've explained this before, and I don't mind explaining it again, because again, my objective is to like help us grow as a team, and I want you to level up. So again, like this is simply becoming aware of like, it's like basically like this body, like we were put into it without giving an instruction manual. So now here we are basically like sharing the instruction manual. It's like, oh, here's how it works, right? Oh, it's got these energy points, and this is how we work with them. And then we can do sound vibrations to be able to like literally like correlate like awareness. It's crazy. It's beautiful though. It's really exciting. So again, for those of you who may be new to this may be like something that's like, whoa, like this is like getting introduced to a whole new part of my being, Okay, cool. I'm just going to read some of the comments here. Thank you again, everyone. So we're going to wrap this up probably in about maybe like less than 10 minutes. Because again, I don't want you guys to just be hanging out here all day. I want you guys to kind of like go out there, carry this momentum with you, and experience what just doing this meditation is like for you as it ripples and as you carry that energy with you throughout the rest of your day. That plus I have a lot of production work that I have to move into. So I have to get ready for tonight's broadcast. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments here again. If that made sense for you, drop those 777s in the chat. Yeah, Mr. Nolan saying, it took me 40 years to figure that out. You were talking about the throat chakra. When we help ourselves, we do help others. Will karma phase properly with the throat chakra? Will karma phase properly with the throat chakra? TT, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that question. I apologize. Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling through here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. You don't have willpower, you control you, so doing that more lately, but it makes parts. So again, with any of these, the chakra practice meditations, I really encourage you to kind of like, spend like 15 minutes a day kind of doing this on your own. Even just when you're out walking, you can practice like doing the different ones. So E, A, O, A, U, M, S. If you want me to send you a cheat sheet, like a visual cheat sheet, message me through Instagram. Root is like your hierarchy of needs. You need to feel secure, the bottom of the pyramid. Exactly, Witchy. Very well said. TT, I'm reading your comment there. I'm not entirely sure. I apologize. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. However, we'll have to talk about DMT another time. Witchery is saying, yes, I picture a chakra snake that lives in the root. All chakras need to be open for the snake. Yeah, and again, that's where, you get into the idea of like, call it Kundalini or whatever and stuff like that. Like that is kind of like the activation of these energy channels. So it's like, as you work on this, you're basically like working on like creating awareness of these energy channels, and then that energy will kind of like move up through you. But again, what this does is like it literally just kind of like helps you like tap into more of your vital body, which strengthens your physical body, which strengthens your emotional, your astral, your etheric. Like we have like multiple bodies. They're kind of like overlapped, so to speak. So again, a lot of people, they only focus on the physical body, but there's the other parts of the body. There's the energy body. So we can work with the energy body from the root chakra, from the physical. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, working with visualizations is also very important as well. Find the visualizations, and again, the colors, you can work with those as well. Just reading some of the comments here on YouTube. Awesome. I'm just reading everybody's comments. going back, Katie, going back to the thing about the rain. Rain said, "I love you," and wants me to keep speaking for it, loving it, and told me water doesn't mind being used in fracking that much. It's just hard to get clean after, and it helped me heal trauma. Aw. Ryder said, "I want to cleanse you, heal you, nurture you, quench your thirst. I love you. I am a part of you. Let me embrace you." Very well said, Ryder. Yay, soft rain. I'm starting a soft rain. Nice. Yeah, it's like raining where some of us are right now. All right. For the 17 people who are tuned in on TikTok right now, we're going to wrap up this broadcast in the next couple minutes. And for those of you on YouTube as well and Facebook, if you haven't already yet, make sure that you're already connected to my other links on my profile. So connect to my YouTube, connect to my Instagram. Again, if you click the Instagram icon on my profile, you'll link into my YouTube and my Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Click that bell for notification. Tune in for tonight's broadcast. Tonight's broadcast is going to be really fun. We're going to be celebrating what we're creating as conscious creators on TikTok. Again, if you're in a position where you want to be able to support financially the work that I'm doing, be sure to check out my Patreon. And again, that's super, super appreciated. Actually, today is like the last day for signups before the end of the month. So if you sign up today, it will process tomorrow. If you sign up after today, then it will process June 1st. So just be aware of that. It only processes on the 1st. And again, we're working towards 150 Patreon supporters. We're currently at about 138-ish. So again, thank you so much to everyone for your support in all forms. And for those of you interested in the Patreon, feel free to check that out. And for anybody here, you can also join our team chat. And the link for that is through my profile. It's a Discord team chat. That's like a special chat app. So you can check that out. And for the people who support on Patreon, you can get access to like the rest of the chat. So you can still join the public chat for anybody. And then the rest of the chat is for Patreon supporters. Plus like more perks such as joining our on-air broadcasts and stuff. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. Thank you for everything again. I'll be back in my costume. Nice, Blake. Awesome. All right. Okay. It looks like everybody's ready to wrap this up. So again, I just want to express my gratitude. Thank you again, everyone, so much for being here. Please feel free to invite even just one person to my profile, one person to be able to tune in to what it is that we're doing here, to the team that we're building, this team of shifters, of light guardians, people who are helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Yes, the Discord link is in my bio. Everything's in my bio. I've made it super accessible for you. So just go ahead, click the link in my bio, scroll down. You'll see podcasts, you'll see movies, you'll see a link to our Patreon, the link to the team chat, and links to even past recordings of these broadcasts as well. So cool. All right. Well, I've really enjoyed hanging out with everybody again. Again, this has been a learning experience for me when I do these. Like, it helps me learn as well. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. We're just about to wrap it up. So if you want to just leave any comments of gratitude for the team, go ahead, drop those in the chat. And again, anybody who's leaving comments, I do my best to just be able to like see names. So like I remember names of people who are like leaving comments and stuff like that. Because again, like this is like a great opportunity for us to like build those relationships. This is what building a team is about. So again, I'm looking forward to just being able to continue to like ramp this up, and I'll be doing more lives on Instagram and TikTok here and there. So make sure you're following me there. And yeah, super excited to be able to be here. So sweet. All right. So go ahead. Any last comments of gratitude, leave those in the comments, and I'm going to be on my way and got a lot of work to do today. So awesome. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Pistol Cat. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Stella. Our people who are tuned in on YouTube right now. Thank you, Witchery. Thank you, Ms. Mary. Thank you, anybody else who is here. Thank you, Blake. Thank you to our newer Patreon supporters. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's wrap it up. Beautiful. Awesome. Good job, team. And yeah, sending you so much love, so much good vibes. Carry this vibration with you. Go kick butt today. Have an amazing day, and allow yourself to just kind of use that technique to kind of like bring yourself back to that power place. So awesome. All right. Feel free to message me on Instagram, even just with messages of gratitude. And yeah, I had fun doing this. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for leveling up, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big one. So I hope to see you there. All right. Catch the recording when you can. And as always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Much love. Add a comment on one of my new videos if you enjoyed this or something. All right. See you guys soon. All right. YouTube, Facebook. Thank you again.